I am currently on the foundation art and design course. I'm doing the fabric and textiles pathway. We're investigating fabrics, but also different ways of working with fabric, things like knitting, crochet, embroidery. It's really quite extensive. I have always enjoyed learning all my life, and I wanted to carry on learning in a way that wasn't linked to work. I've really enjoyed work, but I wanted to do something that was for me, and this felt like an unfinished section of my life. I've always been creative, and I wanted to go back and really explore that and make sure I was making art in the best way for me. I was a photographer in the Air Force, so having those skills of creativity on a daily basis for 4 or 5 years has made a big difference to the way I look at a project or a piece of work, and also the way I choose to display it when I've finished it. Things which seem unrelated, the way you approach a project, being resilient, thinking about more and more ways to solve problems and look at things differently is a life skill that you pick up that maybe you don't realise at the time, but as you get older you look back and realise you do have lots of resources to draw on when things feel challenging. I kept waiting to feel nervous, and I was sure I would get butterflies in my tummy, but actually I didn't. And I remember one of the students saying to me, "Are you nervous today?" And I said, "No, but I think I probably should be." It was a little bit daunting stepping into a room with 70 people in it, but everybody was so friendly straight away, and everybody was in the same boat, even though most of them were a lot younger than I was. Being a mature student, I still have a house to run. I have a husband who's working full-time, very hard. I have 2 children, one who's in London and a new grandson. He's just 1, so I do have a lot happening in my life. My suggestion would be to keep up to the workload. So when they recommend that something is done this week, don't leave it. I found it a huge relief when we have deadlines to look back and see the amount of work I've created, whereas some of the younger students are happy to leave it and work really hard the last week before submission date. I am so relieved I don't have to do that. I don't think I could work all night anymore. I don't want to do that. I've learned a huge amount from returning to education. I have learned a different way of being creative, and that was what I really wanted. I knew I had an aptitude for creativity because I have had that all my life, but I've now got a new way of working which is more exploratory, which gives me more options. I wanted to feel more authentic and original in my art making, whatever form that took. That was my key focus, and I've definitely gained that. I've learned to let go of expectations and of trying to fit a model of what is good, whereas before I potentially prejudged myself a lot.